What we do here is go back.
So there's a Buddha quote, or a quote attributed to Buddha. It says, be aware of what's going on, of your states of mind. Get to know them, and once you get to know them, then you'll be able to think about how to deal with them. And I just done a video on acceptance, and this is another part that I think can go in with acceptance, where when you do get to know different aspects of yourself, you tend to come across things that you do not want to accept. The things that you don't necessarily want to accept are things that you do not technically have to accept. The trick is that this now puts you in a double bind, in a sense, where you have things that you have to accept that you do not accept. That could throw you into a bit of a tantrum when you really think about it, but in the end, it to me tells you that you have to learn when to let go and when to stop trying to control everything, or to gain control by letting go of control. If you are upset by something and it continues to reoccur and you continue to get upset about it, I feel like it eventually switches from being upset about the situation to being upset that you're upset about the situation. So you now no longer want to be upset by the situation because you think that it should be over and done with and you shouldn't be worrying about it anymore. But you are, and you're upset with yourself for doing that. So you have to learn to accept the fact that you have whatever reaction it is that you have to the situation, and then you're sad about it. But not to get mad at yourself for being sad about it. Like, that's where your level of acceptance, you have to accept something that you don't want to accept. You don't want to necessarily be sad about something. Like, okay, cool, you don't want that. So rather than fighting against it, which is a form of non-acceptance, then you let yourself be upset, which then gives you control over the situation. You're no longer allowing it to affect multiple different aspects of you. You're letting it affect the one area that it's affecting and letting it go at that. I've read of analogies related to your mind being like a big house. You have a lot of rooms in that house, and in certain rooms you put things in and you shut the door, and these things don't go away. They just kind of sit in there and fester without being able to come out and express themselves. They're in their own rooms and they want to express themselves. They want to be understood. They want you to acknowledge that they're there and know why they are there. It's like you put these things away and then you try and forget about everything that has to do with them, and you want everything in your life now to have nothing to do with that at all. And it's like, that's like running from them, that's hiding from them, pretending that they're not there and ignoring them. And how do you feel when you're ignored? So think of how yourself feels when you're ignoring parts of yourself, rather than acknowledging them and getting to know them and spending time with them and letting them express themselves in the same way that you might seek attention and affection and understanding from other people. Then you need to do that of yourself. You need to understand yourself. Other people aren't going to be able to understand you if you don't even understand yourself. There are things that are difficult in a sense to explain, or to come to conclusions on, but these are things that you have to learn to sit down with on your own. Spend your own time with yourself, caring and being there for you. You are the most important one when it comes to being able to take care of your own emotions. You can't do that if you don't spend the time getting to know and understand your emotions, your thoughts, your way of thinking when situations turn to show, in a sense, similar type things. When you're in similar situations, how do you think? How do you react? How are you handling the situation? Is what you're doing the most ideal way that you can do it? Are there ways to improve on it? Why are you even feeling a certain way? Why, when you hear this, do you get upset all the time? Why do you get annoyed at, if anything, about a specific topic is brought up? Certain things might be fresh, so yes, they're a little bit more difficult to try and see past, but there should come a point in time where you eventually look at it and say, hey, this situation is not helping me. I want to do better, and I want to feel better, and I'm not going to continue to feel like this every time that this happens. So let me sit down with it and find out what it is. Let's address what it is. Is what the reason that I'm continuing to feel like this even valid for me to continue to hold? You can accept that, hey, I still don't like this part, but at least I get you now. I understand you a little bit. I understand you more, so when you show yourself, I'm not frightened by you and just shutting you out. It sounds corny, but it's almost like you can say to the negative aspects of yourself that when you show up, I'm just going to give you a hug. I'm going to make you feel better even though you feel the way that you feel. But you have to accept that if this is going to happen, this may require that you sit down and go into some things that you didn't exactly want to go into. It's acceptance of the things that you do not want to accept. You don't want to accept the fact that you have to put in work, but you can choose to not do that or accept it and put in the work and do better. I can almost guarantee that you will feel better in the end. It may require you talking to some people about different techniques and methods to doing it, but I do almost guarantee that you'll feel better in the end. It's something that I encourage whoever watches this video to do. If you have any thoughts on this, please share. I would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear other ways to go about doing this, considering I do enjoy talking about this with people in regular life anyway. But hope you enjoyed. Zen Thoughts. Have a good one.